So I thought I'd do a very, very quick tour of my new place before I completely fill it with shit. So I've just had delivery of all of this stuff here, so I need to get on that and get that kind of shit built in a minute. So basically this is my new crib, I suppose if you call it that. It's fucking massive. This space is huge. Now I don't think I did a proper tour of my place in London because it was so ridiculously messy, and this place is ridiculously messy. As you can see behind me, it's insane, but I don't spend much. Well, number one, there's nowhere to put anything. Number two, I don't really care for. It's clean. That's all I matter. That's all I care about. I don't necessarily care about mess too much. Which people always say to me, your place is so messy. It's like, yeah, but I can't be bothered, you know. I can't be bothered to dick about with just tidying up after myself, really, which is it's really bad. I should probably do something about that. But so yeah, this is kind of my space, really. So at the moment there is that to build. There's all this stuff to put away somewhere. A fridge. So currently only has booze, yogurt, water, cheese, and that's basically it. And the freezer's basically empty. My new funky kettle. I won't put the kitchen light on because the fan makes too much effing noise. Yeah, that's basically it, really. There's not much kind of more to kind of show off, apart from exposed brickwork behind me, which is really cool. I'm actually in the basement, so that's my current view, which isn't the greatest in the world, but I don't care about that because I have an outside bit, so I've got these double doors behind me as well. I have to walk back because I'll probably trip over something. So I've got these double doors behind me, which is cool, so that means I can open the whole space up. I'm going to have a housewarming in the next couple of weeks, I think, beginning of September, which would be good. I might vlog it. I might do, but it depends on how nervous it makes me, because it was really weird talking to a camera in public in Sydney the other day. That was kind of bizarre. So I might not do that. It depends how well it goes. And it depends how many people show up. If hardly any people show up, then I might just do a vlog. If loads of people show up, I might still do a vlog, but it might be a bit different. So, but I've got an outside space, that's all I care about, and it's right within the city, right in Darlinghurst, which is pretty much the gay capital of Sydney, I suppose. But it's really cool. So I'm going to build a lot of furniture. I've got all this kind of stuff to build. So there's a sofa there I need to sort out, but it's like 100 kilos, so I might need someone to help me sort that shit out. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Just trying to think what else. So I'm actually in Sydney now for, I don't know, a period of time. I'm not too sure how long, maybe a year, 2 years, who knows. So we'll have to see how that all goes, and then I might be on to Singapore and might be on to Japan. But it all depends on how well this shit goes. The last campaign I just ran went really well. The background of the brand did not so well, but I shan't even dwell on that at all because the confidentiality and all that other kind of shit. So I might do a time lapse of this. I say might because I'm not too sure how well it's going to go. So I might try and do a time lapse of building stuff with my trusty drill. So Matika as well. So every time I get Matika shit. If I can get buying a power tool, I buy Matika because it's fucking amazing. I had a Matika drill before, had to sell it because it cost me loads of money and I never used it. But here, it's really good. It's like, it cost me $250 for that and an impact driver. I was so impressed at how cheap it was. And it's better than my old drill was. And I managed to get a little driver bits for it, and yeah, so it's, you know, it's really good. I actually have no idea if I'm in frame. I need to get a new camera because my 600D is like on its last legs at the moment. So this bad boy, which I've been using for the past 4 years now because I bought that for New York, that is like, so the audio is crap anyway. So when I plug in an external microphone, it sounds like shit. Second of all, it keeps cutting out and gets too hot. There's the autofocus seems to be broken. I think it's seen its day, and it's actually not even been worked that hard. I don't use it every single day. I use it maybe, I don't know, every month or something, maybe. So I've not even used it that much. So I might get the new ATD when that comes out, which I think it's actually out now. I might get the new ATD because it's not that expensive. Because I was going to go, the thing is, this camera's fine, but I've got no way of seeing what I look like in any screen. So I don't know if I'm in frame, I don't know anything about that. So I need to get a new one. I don't want to replace it with another 600D or equivalent to, because that's kind of pointless. The audio is shit, and and the same price and get something a lot better. I was tempted to get the A7S, the Sony, but it kind of seems a bit pointless. And I was also tempted to replace this EOS M with a G7X, or what's the other one? There's a Sony something as well. So I was tempted to replace this because it's a little bit too heavy to carry around every day and also to vlog on. So I don't know, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about that, but I'm going to keep this for a minute because it's good enough, it does the job. It's basically a 600D in a smaller sort of form factor, so I quite like that. But anyway, so the first thing I actually need to build is a TV stand for this TV, because, so this is actually sat on at the moment, a sack truck, because I bought a sack truck because I needed one to move in. It was super handy to move shit about, and having a sack truck is super handy anyway. It cost me 70 bucks. It was worth having. When I was moving out, it was amazing, and just moving stuff about, it's just really handy to have. But for the past month, it's been my TV stand where the box has been resting on, and the TV's been resting on, and so I need to actually build a TV stand. Now I can't find a TV stand that fits into this space. I've been trying to find one that fits into this space. I cannot find a single one that fits perfectly, so I'm gonna have to get something custom made. But for a minute, I bought the $20 IKEA one, LAC I think it's called, yeah, LAC. The $20 one, because that'll do the job. So I'm gonna try and build this. I'm hoping it's really easy, because I'm hoping it's easier to build than this stool I built. So this stool, which is acting as my bedside cabinet, or bedside table thing at the moment, it took me ages to build, and it was like, it's simple, it's pathetic. It probably took me about as long to build that as it did the bed, which, by the way, I did on my own at 2 AM when I moved in, pretty much. So it's actually not a bad bed, 179 bucks for a bedstead. That's ridiculous. It's all made of pine, but still. So yes, I'm going to try and build this first, and we'll see how we go. So I has a brew. So this was going to be 2 videos, and they both weren't going to be brew times. But what sort of happened was, yesterday I tried to do a time lapse of like me building a thing. The camera was in manual focus, even though it was set to autofocus before, which is why the vlog before was fine. So I don't know what happened then. The battery just kind of, well, it didn't even die. The battery didn't even die. It just kind of stopped recording all of a sudden. So that was on my EOS M. So the whole thing went a bit tits up really. So I need to, well, what I should have done, what I really should have done, is I should have got the camera to take pictures and images, not video. That was my mistake. But never mind, we live and learn. There you go. So I've actually built my sofa, so I'll show you all the other stuff I've built in a minute, because this place is still a tip, but it's a lot less echoey in here already. Just having a sofa in here is great. So the things I need to sort out for YouTube are going to be a dedicated PC, because I don't actually have one. I have they've got 2 laptops. Both of them aren't really designed for rendering and video. Well, you can video edit on them, you just can't render on them very fast. So I need to get a rendering machine that's going to be balls to the walls amazing, but it's probably going to cost me about 5 grand, so that's 5,000 Australian, to build, which isn't going to be too bad, so I just need to wait like a month or 2. I mean, I might just say buy it now, because I can afford to buy it now, but then that means I can't get the other bits and pieces. I need to get like a wardrobe, and there's a load of other stuff I need to do. I need to organise some more furniture. I need to organise the party, and there are so much other stuff to do. So I need to figure out also at some point how I'm going to get the parents over here. So anyway, that's kind of all working. So yeah, so the things I need to also sort out is my camera. So I'm currently recording on the 600D. So there's 2 things. Number 1, audio. So the audio is going through a Rode Go, which is a bag of shit. So I'm having to put it through my Zoom H1 and then feeding it into the camera to kind of sync up the audio in post. But it's generally in a really ghetto setup. The Go is alright, but it's really rubbish. It's non-powered, so it gets its power from somewhere else. Which is really annoying. The frequency response is crap. The actual mic itself is terrible. So it's good in like a hard and fast and it's cheap. Cheap mic, but I need something better. I used to have a condenser mic, the Samsung CO1U, and it was great. but setting it up is a real pain in the ass. And although I've got a load of space here, it's still going to be a pain in the ass. So I want to try and get at least 2 shotgun mics and somehow rig something up so that the sound is going to be decent. Because that's one thing that I've had problems with before. Hopefully we can get some decent audio, because my audio has been quite terrible in the past. And a lot of you say that actually you don't really even watch the content, you just listen to it and you kind of use it as a podcast almost while you're doing other things, which I like the idea of, because apparently people like my voice, which is really weird because I know I mumble, I know I talk too fast. So I would look at doing the subtitles properly, but it takes so long to do subtitles. It will take me like 5 hours to do subtitles for like a 10-minute video. It's ridiculous. I tried doing it once for one of my really popular videos, and it took me so long. I've enabled community subtitles, so you can do your own, which I can approve, which would be great. But you know, I don't have enough people or enough fans that would be happy to do that kind of shit. So don't worry about it just for a minute. So I do need to. So I need to replace this camera because it will probably die about 3 times during this one take, it's ridiculous. I need to get a decent mic set up. So camera-wise, I'm thinking the 80D, as I explained in the first bit of this video. I'm hoping beyond hope that I can get this shit fucking finally sorted. If I dedicate 1 day a week to getting this stuff done, then it'll be fine. I need to figure out what day of the week that is going to be. I suspect it's going to end up being a Saturday or a Sunday, to then be uploaded on a Monday or Tuesday or something like that. I want to try and stick with that Tuesday or Wednesday upload schedule that kind of marries along with UK time and American time, not Australian time, because most of my viewers and subscribers are in America, and the second amount is in the UK. So I don't want to make things convenient for me in terms of uploads, because although yes, it's good for me, I want them to hit when they want to hit, so you guys can see it, because YouTube sub boxes are fucked. So I want to hit it when you're coming home from school or coming from work or whatever, because that's the time you're going to watch. I'm actually using the 600D to walk about now, which is really fucking stupid because it's really heavy. So I've actually, since yesterday, I managed to build this thing. So this is just a kitchen island situation, which is kind of quite cool. So this is going to form the basis of a breakfast bar come kitchen worktop situation. Here's all the boxes from yesterday, which I've had to get rid of, so I need to organise that today, because the rubbish guys are coming tomorrow, so I need to get that sorted. I built a sofa, so the sofa is all sorted now. There's an empty pizza box there. Yes, the cushions don't quite match, but fuck it, I don't really care. I need to actually change those cushions for something else. I'm thinking maybe just another red or something like that. At the moment, the TV stand situation, so the TV is going to go in there, but the TV stand currently is over there as a bedside table. So I need to sort that out. It is really cheap and shit, and I will replace it in like a month's time, but I just need something that's rough and ready that's going to replace the sack truck, which the TV is currently on, and that's kind of it. So yes, it's kind of like a work in progress at the moment. It's all sort of like there's screws everywhere, there's drills everywhere, but hopefully by the end of this weekend, with a bit of luck, it'll all be finalised. So but I shall try and do an update video like maybe midweek if I can, and we'll try and kind of go from there. So I think that's pretty much it. So this actually wasn't supposed to be a brew time, as I mentioned before, but it actually ended up being a brew time because I fucked up the video a little bit, maybe. So yeah, so I think, is that it? I think that's pretty much. So the only thing I need to actually buy is lights, so decent lighting, because so at the moment I've got these fluorescent tube situation things up here, which are fine and great for video. They're fantastic for video because it provides decent, consistent lighting. But when I'm chilling out on like a Saturday or on like a Sunday or something, or a Friday or any evening after work, I want to have decent mood lighting. Like I want it a bit warmer, so when I'm watching TV, it's nice and relaxed, nice and chill. So I'm going to try and get some upright lights, just like standalone lights, and put Philips Hue in so that it can sync to audio and films and all that kind of funky shit, and it will look fucking amazing. But we'll see how well that goes, because it's fucking expensive. It's like $230 for 3 lights for a starter kit. One bulb on its own costs $80, which is 40 quid-ish, depending upon the actual exchange rate now, but it always used to be about 40 quid. Yeah, and then I'm going to need to buy like maybe 8 of those. So it's going to be, and then I'm also going to have to try and buy some LED strips, which are going to go in behind the TV and in underneath the TV cabinet, and also in anywhere else. That's about it, I think. So I only need to buy like 2 of those, but they're like $100 each. Because the IKEA ones are about as expensive. The IKEA one's about $75 or something stupid. So I figured, well, for an extra 25, I may as well get one that actually syncs with music, and I can control from my phone as opposed to from a little pathetic wheel of shit. So yes, that's pretty much it. So apart from that, I shall catch you in a later video.